Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Surviving Mars. This is our 12 Apostles run. I did figure out the problem at the end of the last video here. There was a segment of cable here that was sitting at like 100% constructed progress, but hadn't actually finished being constructed for some reason. I guess some of the drones got confused or something. It was like, the job was done, but it wasn't done. So I just canceled the cable and then placed it back down again, and then boom, all done. Power is good. Noticed over here, two of our heating elements had been smashed, I guess probably by the enemy bots at some point, and so weren't actually operating, but I wasn't actually getting a note about it. So I finally went and repaired this so that we could thaw out these bits over here. Power shortage is currently a go. Possibly because this is running again. I'm not sure. We don't have any particular disaster going on. I guess it's just nighttime. But yeah, we have a fairly significant power shortage. We are on the cusp of finishing fusion technology, though, so I may not respond right now. The sun's about to rise. I think we'll be okay. These guys are going to get cold, but that's fine. What else has happened? Over here, I did get rid of the two small housing, build a couple of apartments, and build another Martian university over here so we can train up people a bit faster. Also, a couple of research labs over here so that we can get our tech rate up.
We have a power shortage.
Anomaly analyzed. Nice. RC Explorer recharging. Nuclear fusion is done being researched. So, this dome still has 19 unemployed, so it seems like a great place for us to put down our fusion reactor over here. It does need 8 workers per shift, runs all 3 shifts, so it should need up to yeah, maybe over here where there's some heat. That seems like a pretty good idea. Although it's got to be within range of the dome. Can I run some power? Okay, if I get rid of this, I bet you I can run some power through here. So yeah, we might need to tweak the number of people or shifts. Well, I could take some shifts away from the Mars University, which is currently running the full 3. Is there room here? Oh, there is. That rock, I guess, will get shifted out of the way. Because then we can free up to 24 people. I guess I'll do this, which is actually the default for the Martian University. That goes to 24 unemployed. That'll be okay. We'll get a lot of power from this, which is going to be swell. Next thing we're researching is the Mars Institute of Science, which is great. We could make room for it in our existing domes, but I think we'll just leave things as is, and instead it's going to be about building a brand new dome altogether. Meanwhile, I do have my RC rover, which has finally made its way up here. A few things constructed, and it's just waiting for some deliveries to be a thing. This is cold territory over here, which is kind of annoying. It's really not a good place to build up overall. We probably will want a heater here, just to make sure that this little drone spot itself stays warm, which means we'll need water up here. Although we can run water, and should run water, along... What? You can run power here, but not water? Okay, so we're going to need another tunnel, is what you're telling me. Do I have room for another tunnel? Yes, I do. Okay. Good. Clearly we're going to need some working over here, but I think we're going to be forced to get a tunnel somewhere over here. Tell you what, we'll just do that. That's going to be fine. And then probably another one, perhaps from here.
We have a power shortage.
Anomaly to analyzed. Get across these hills to there. And it could be centered, but I'm going to just build it on the edge over here, so I've got more room to work with. So we're going to do that. Build a little... I guess we got to go that way to connect those two, because they're a little off kilter. I think if we do that, that'll connect these guys up just fine. New techs available for research, large-scale excavation, water conservation system. Oh yeah, and dream reality. So, as a reward for completing the Marsgate mystery, we did get a new wonder unlocked for us instantly. Project Morpheus uses a combination of psychosomatic triggers and suggestopedic methodology to stimulate development of new perks in adult colonists. Sounds great. Needs a lot of power, but we're working on it right over here. Once this gets built, we'll have a good amount of power to kick around, and it's just being constructed now. Thump. We don't have any upgrades. We've got the shifts like that. We do have excess power. I mean, we don't have infinite power, but a fair bit. I'm going to make sure not to build this where it's like innately cold. I think I'm going to scooch it in right over here. Feels like it'll have good antenna reach. Here, I'll build it here so it's actually got multiple connections and power, which doesn't matter, but it feels good. This metals extractor is finally done. We will salvage you which means I think we're not mining any more metal at this point. So it'll make the expansions that much more important. We're going to go and blow that up to get it out of the way completely. We have gone and built up the cable over here. So, yeah, very high and low, but still not too bad. I guess we'll build a new medium dome. Oh, I can scrooge it in there. It overlaps the deposit, but not in a way that hurts us. I think that'll be good. Tell you what, let me go and do that. Yeah, no maintenance for these. We still need maintenance for the power cables. And this is a long power cable. So there's likely going to be a lot of little annoying breakdowns. But I think we'll put up with it. And then we got power that routes over like this. And we probably need another drone hub. Because yeah, I was going to say it probably covers the dome, doesn't cover everything else. I'm going to get you here, and I'm going to do what I typically do, which is get a couple of universal storage, so here and here, and we'll get a specific one for food as well, which we can tuck in right there, which is going to be fine. I suspect we'll also want a metal one, perhaps over here, for example, between these two mines. And then if we're mining metal over here, this might be a good place to build a machine parts factory. I suspect that might indeed be the case.
Breakthrough discovered.
Breakthrough. Printed electronics. What are you? Allow drone prefabs to be constructed in the drone assembler using metal instead of electronics. Wow, that is super valuable because we need a lot of electronics to build the drone prefabs normally. That is really nice. Got the mohole here as well if we just want to keep getting consistent stuff. That might be worth doing. Deep metal is probably okay. What do we get next? There's a lot of great options. Freeing up some workers, improve service and relaxation, water consumption of domes goes down. Just period, which is nice. I feel like... I mean, we still don't have any freaking spire buildings. You know, with the automated thing, that becomes like a lot more. We've got the low-G turbines, which would also be nice. Rovers no longer need charging is also pretty darn sexy. Power consumption one is not necessarily what we're looking for yet. We should pop this as soon as possible to see where it is before we build over things. I don't know about cloning vats. Giant crops, yeah. Dead bodies turned into food. Sure! We gotta do it at some point, right? Exactly. So you're gonna slowly, you're distributing some food over here. So rocket, yeah, right, because I did send these two. I still want another transporter at some point. Because that seems like a good idea. You're just recharging yourself. There's another anomaly over here to be gotten, and it's another breakthrough, so that's going to be swell. And you're still chilling over here and ready to build things whenever we get goodies dropped off for us. And it is very frosty up here, and this, to me, is not a very ideal place to build like more domes and things like that. Quite a bit of water, and at the very least, just having access to this area is going to be good. Yeah, there's a lot of deep water deposits. Including an average quality one, which is great. I mean, right now we're in really, really good shape water-wise. This does technically still have some water, but it's going to go soon. And then there's this thing, which is, you know, none of these are very power efficient because it's very low, so none of these can pump out. Like, it's got a cap of 3, which isn't great. But as long as we've got power to spare, which is, you know, not necessarily all the time. And that's with this running. Oh, it needs maintenance right away? Damn.
Breakthrough discovered.
Sustained workload. What are you? Doubles the performance bonus when colonists are working on heavy workload. How do they heavy workload? Can you work multiple shifts at the same... Like, I don't understand. Is that just working at night? Because these aren't the same people. I wonder if they can work more than one job. How do you get heavy workload? I don't know what that is. Yeah, seriously, fix this. We've got... Well, we don't have infinite electronics, actually. It's mostly a question of moving the goods around. And our shuttles are still... Yeah, see, these are being heavy. But that's not the same. I don't know what that does. Have we seen anyone with that, like, complaint? Not yet. Oh! Oh, hold on. What is this? Working on heavy workload will increase the building performance but inflict sanity and health penalties on the workers. I see. So they become even more efficient there. But it's very important that they have plenty of like infirmary time and ways to recharge sanity. So it needs to be a pretty swanky dome to afford that. We might need to remember that for like the future because it might be good early on. Wow, our concrete numbers are dropping crazy fast.
We have a food shortage.
Crazy fast. Always with the food shortage, and that's with the second farm. Yeah, it's still here. Good God. Stop eating so much. Our actual food is still okay. It's just the localized food that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, we have a cold wave, so everything's cold terrain.
Anomaly analyzed.
I'm gonna get you to come over this way. New techs.
There's more to the barren environment.
Oh, there's waste rock liquefaction. We don't need the meteor defense system. Clearly. But unlocking waste rock liquefaction would clean up a lot of this mess and give us all the concrete we ever need. We'll keep researching what we've got. The Martian Institute of Science is going to be nice, and yeah, that'll get placed over here, which is still building up and using up a fair amount of concrete. We actually have, very high concrete over here. You know what? It's going to save us a lot of transportation. Let's build it kind of like that. And like that. And that'll get used for this dome. We're obviously going to need a lot of dumping sites for this stuff. We'll get some of that. That's waiting to be constructed. Some starvation. That's why we got these renegades. It's because they're starving fairly often here. Second work shift doesn't do anything. We could put on a heavy workload for these guys, though. Honestly. We'll just get more per harvest. I don't know, now that this is coming into effect, so when this finishes, we'll be at 90. When this one finishes, we'll be at 100, and then that'll be the potatoes, and hopefully I'll remember to go back and check the soybeans, but at least we'll get 100% quality potato harvest relatively soon. You are starting to fill up on some debris over here. Yeah, the liquefaction would be nice just to clear up all these horrible, horrible, ugly messes. It's going to be really nice. You're waiting for electronic parts? Yeah, which is going down. We might do an emergency supply. Oh, right. Part of it is we have an electronics store here that I've been running because we needed some shopping things. I'm going to turn this off for now. So we stop consuming electronics the same way. And then I think we'll probably bounce right back up because if we look over here, you can see we've been consuming, yeah, maintenance 5.6, consumption 4, which outstrips the production overall. But now our production numbers will go up. But yeah, they were really complaining about a lot of shopping and stuff, so it's like, okay, we'll be nice. But see, this is what you get for being nice. You start to run into shortages, food harvest, a lot of people charging simultaneously. Oh, you have 34 drones here. You know what? And I haven't really been doing it, but this might be, you know, building a few more charging stations. Might be a really good idea, especially in places where there might be a sudden extra load of drones as they move around. Because each one of these drone hubs has 2, and when I'm manually running the drone hubs, you don't tend to have enough drones around to really, like, exceed that. But then you end up with a queue for charging, and that's kind of annoying. Is this a busted drone? Yeah, we have a lot of these busted drones. See, it's even carrying metal. So, I don't know if we, like, just when we blow them up, if we just get their carried stuff back, or we get some more. That was from, like, our war. See, over here as well. And I can't control-click this to get them all back, but... Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so we're getting some charging over here. It does take a while to charge. Heck, the technology for the 50% more charge on these drones might be really good. I don't know if that affects the amount of time they take to reload or what. This RC rover... That's kind of annoying. Over here. Still waiting for some resources to be delivered here. Like, I really want this to be a high priority, like, constructor. Electronics have been delivered, but metals have not. No idea why. Charge, charge, charge. Oh, you actually have power over here. Well, you don't... Well, hold on. Keep charging. You have the windmills, but they're not actually plugged in yet. funny. Wind turbines, I suppose I should say. They're not milling anything. They're producing power. We still have the cold wave. Yeah, just go back over there. You actually have access to metal. If we were to move over to maybe here. There we go. Where's... Can't actually see the graphic because it goes in the ground. But now this metal is within range, and all the construction bits are also within range. So you'll be able to do a little bit of local construction. In particular, this has still got the high priority, which is going to be good. You still having to wait for electronics to be delivered. Actually got machine parts here for some reason. Oh, I guess the wind turbines. Yeah, it's pretty legit. Some things being built here. But yeah, we still need this as like the super high priority. And these are really the lowest priority, to be honest. Oh, more machine parts did get delivered. I mean, it's fine. I guess that's it. I guess the shuttles don't necessarily prioritize the resources in the way that we might prefer, which is kind of okay. Why do we have electronics here? Huh? What?
Resources.
I don't understand. How do we get electronics from dismantling one of these metal deposits? I don't know. Alright, whatever. Resource low concrete. Now, we do have some concrete mines that we did reset, although they haven't been built yet. Are we just really low on metal? No, we're not actually low on metal. It's just low on metal shipments or something. Again, another reason to get another transport vehicle down. Yeah, it's a lot of places waiting for metal deliveries. Now, we might be overloading our shuttle hubs quite a bit. You can see the heavy load over here. We might have more people moving between domes and requesting more shuttles, so there could be a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, we don't have the local metal mine, but again, we have plenty in storage, although some of that might be in bits that aren't actually, like, in our true storage. It might have been random dismantled stuff all over the place. Are you going to be frozen? I mean, you're freezing. Can be repaired, it says, but I'm not sure that's actually true. You are still... Okay, we're still mining here. But yeah, I guess the cold wave is screwing up some of this stuff. Oh my god, you still have garbage all over the place. Let's get you and you down. These drones are finally all charged up. There's only 12 here now. Down to a medium load. So waiting for those and waiting for this whole area to get built. Yeah, it's a shuttle hubs. I like to build shuttle hubs near all my major dome areas. It doesn't actually matter necessarily where the shuttles come from, but it seems reasonable. And yeah, we've got double metal here. They're a little lower. And then we've got this. Okay, is that what I'm researching now? No. Is that what we're researching next? Deep metal extraction. Yes. There's a lot of it, and it's very high, so it'll be worked very efficiently. It's a cold area, but it's probably worth doing. We don't have the breakthrough that lets us run mines without people, which is too bad, because that is one of my favorite breakthroughs. Lets you just place mines anywhere you want. Like, that was the thing. At first, I was like, oh, cool, so, you know, we can just close the slots, and then we don't need people to work there. But then it turns out you can just put mines anywhere, even outside of dome range. Magically. We might need to send ourselves some raw metal. No, this isn't helping either. You know what? I'm going to go and cancel the building here. Because that might be where some of this stuff's getting tied up. Electronics as well, concrete as well. Yeah, we will go back to Project Morpheus soon. Morpheus, Lord of Sleep, Lord of Dreams, the Sandman. Okay, we can produce more. That's good. How are we doing up here? There we go. We have a drone hub now. Excellent. You're waiting for pipes to be connected, which will happen at some point. So I don't technically need the rover here. Although, I guess it doesn't hurt. And they can at least babysit each other. Park yourself on the power. I guess I'll leave you here for now. We got a bunch of buildings not working, although I suspect most of them are frozen still. Wait, okay, so this subsurface heater is frozen. What? How do we... What? So they can stop working and freeze, and then That's it. Okay, I will salvage you and then rebuild you, I guess. Do I need, like, overlapping things? Well, I suppose one of the things I just need is to not let these things decay in the first place. By having the drones actually fix things up on the fly. Because things don't freeze instantly. Well, do I even need this here? No, hold on. Cancel. These things are frozen, so yes. But this one I don't need to rebuild it right away. I can leave it kind of inactive and then rebuild later on. Although I suppose I could just blow it up so that I don't see it and imagine that it's working. Yeah, that's probably alright. But yeah, we sort of have to, like, build heaters in location. It sucks that they break down like that. I don't know. How are we doing up here? Still waiting for some metal to be delivered. Which we do have. We got negative water here. Why do we have negative water? These things are working. These things are working. Not producing at full capacity. Oh, hold on. I bet you it's just a shortage somewhere, like here? Maybe? I can't believe I can't build a water pipe through here.
Research complete.
I guess we have to wait. Oh, Martian Institute of Science. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, that'll be here when we get this dome. That is the plan. Need a lot of metals for this. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. I think we still have some debris on the surface. We're going to get a new cargo rocket with a new transport, which luckily is a little cheaper than some. I don't think I'm going to worry about building more drones. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just bring some metals, and we'll probably drop them directly over here. I'll probably land right over here. I think that's going to be swell. And almost certainly I'm going to get another fuel factory shuttle hub over here, and we'll get some fuel nearby. But yeah, I want this area to get built. You need metal. You need a ton of metal. Yeah, okay, maybe this is not going to help enough. Maybe I will still drop here. Now, we'll be able to move things around. Yes, yeah, I like that. This tooltip, info, Hawkins Institute. I mean, I could blow something up and build that somewhere instead. I mean, I could clear up some of this space. I can actually fit it in there, but I don't know. Oh, well, I suppose I could replace the dual research labs. Oh, yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. And this garden. Boom, boom. With, because I think it's just supposed to be better. With the Hawkins. I mean, it's bigger. And everyone knows bigger is better, right? Exactly. So we'll get you in there. Wait for the shuttle to come. And yeah, we're hoping that the... you have nothing to auto-explore anymore. Ooh. But if more meteors land, you'll go and automatically grab them, so I don't have to worry about missing them. So yeah, we'll get the transport. Maybe it'll find some more metal on the surface, which will be handy. You don't need metal for this, right? No, we're good. Concrete, still low, but it is producing. And even here, we're producing some, slowly but surely. It's just being consumed pretty quickly. Probably moving some of this concrete around is also, you know, for that new dome, is tying up our shuttles a lot. And it's like heavy consumption. Some of it's saying idle, but... And I know they've separated refueling from idle, but I don't know. I'm still confused by that, because it feels like they could be doing more. Especially when you consider the situation up here, which is clearly not finished. The metal must be sitting in some sort of awkward kind of something. I don't know. Some of those dismantled bots that have never been properly collected because they were out of range or something. I don't know if the transport will go and take those automatically or not. So I got the extra chargers. I mean, maybe I went a little crazy on them, but I don't know. They're not that expensive to build. Dust storm approaching. You are officially out of juice. I didn't realize there's little elevators for people. I don't know if they do that every shift or just when we're dismantling the building. Huh. Alright. Yeah, Boom. It's gonna be fine. Might take a little longer to reload, but it's not like we have the money to send another thing back real quickly anyway. Oh, see, this area is all shut down as well. Salvage, and then rebuild. Oh, wait, cancel. That's a water tower. It's this thing. Salvage. Go, go, go. Boom, and rebuild. Yeah, all this stuff is frozen. So I might have to build, like, overlapping ones, but they take so much power. Yeah, we're just going to avoid building on, like, completely frozen land. I think the ones that aren't on frozen land might... I think they thaw out on their own. It's just the frozen land that's, like, horribly bad. So at some point, like, when this water runs out, we may just dismantle everything over here and just move out of this area. And then this area here, I suppose there's no reason we have to be here. And in particular, we might end up building a dome here. So we could just go and pack all this up as well. And that might not be a terrible idea. Yeah. Okay, so transport over here, you can go to auto gather, and you are indeed doing that. I'm curious where you go. There might be some more rock bits. Oh, there's some polymers over here. And that's it. You may as well collect it all. There's not much, and it would be incredibly tedious to do manually, but like this is fine. And yeah, getting that upgrade for the thing to move faster would actually be kind of satisfying. It's cheap as well, right? Resources faster. You know what? I'm going to put you at the top of the queue. We're going to research you super duper fast. In about a soul right now. I think mostly because we're waiting for this thing to get rebuilt. Oh, which has happened. There we go. How's your employment status? 3 unemployed. I could start a second shift, but... Oh, we're gonna make this like top priority here. Fastest repairs, which is already being done. Also gets first crack at workers. We'll probably end up building another one of these fusion reactors, like near a next dome as well, and use that for some employees. And I'm not wrong, right? We still don't have any spires? Nope. Crazy. And yeah, so we'll get some metal mining when this gets done, because it's good because we don't have much metal. Which we just still have to wait for this to get actually finished. Because it's got the concrete. I was hoping to get this up to like help us get the concrete for this. Suppose we could make this a higher priority. Well, this and that. What are you carrying? You are carrying metal, so there's some to collect over there, which is swell. Interesting, you're putting it next to the actual metal deposit with this automated behavior. I wonder why that is. I mean, it's fine. You know what? My little RC rover over here was still babysitting this area, but we have the stuff. I'm gonna go and put you over here. We have the stuff. We have the drone hub over there, so it's okay. Oh, there's a ton of metal over here. So yeah, actually, getting the transport was well worth it. I wasn't sure, but it is. Oh, and you're ready for takeoff? Except we have a dust storm. Okay. Yeah, it's well worth it. And yeah, getting the RC rover here. And they did improve the pathfinding AI in the patch for like using tunnels. Because I think previously this RC rover would have just like gone and hugged the mountain over here and been really confused about things. And I would have to like manually route it through some of these tunnels. But yeah. Bum, 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 bum. So you're here. Ready for takeoff. It'd be nice if you could queue the takeoff. Like, okay, as soon as the dust storm ends, just go nuts. Right there, collecting that. And yeah, we'll get you the faster harvest tech soon. More capacity would be nice too. I don't know if it affects the movement rate. I know there's a bunch of techs. I think they changed one. One of the techs that used to make it that RC rovers don't need power, I think affects all the RC stuff now. The transport and the explorer as well. And that's pretty amazing. So yeah, you'll help out from the other side, because right now this isn't done being built yet, so that stuff's all out of range, isn't being utilized. But now we've got all the supplies, this stuff can get built up, it's getting picked up. I did set the high priority on both the drone hub and the concrete extractor, which I'm fairly pleased with.
Complete.
Transport optimization is done, I'm okay with that. So this drone hub will now get done, which is nice, because then we don't need the drone hub, or the RC rover, although we'll probably keep it around. Are you delivering the goods directly into this building? No, you were delivering it right there. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Charging up. Oh, man, I love this mod. This is now done, and most likely some drones will get moved over here soon. So that's this one over here. So it ticks only every now and again. And oh yeah, no, the drone load's still low, so never mind. I was expecting it to go high right away. But I guess we've got some help. Now you should build the concrete extractor, which is good, because we still need some concrete over here, and this will cut back on some of our transportation requirements. I suppose I could put a specific concrete storage over here. I guess I will. Boom. And that's going to be fine. Dust storm's about to end, because right now our shuttles aren't working, so that's not helping with our various things either. There you go. You're just chilling now, which is okay. There we go, moving some debris and stuff. Very pleased with this. And again, the drone hubs are super duper high priority for things. You can take off, so please do. All right. Deep metal extraction. Alright, so we're just needing mostly more metal, which is actually being helped by the transport considerably to finish this. Concrete will happen at some point, not instantly, but it will happen. We may need some more shuttle deliveries for this as well. Then we can build this up, and getting more metal extraction will be nice. Machine parts is okay. You can see the production is sitting, for some reason, at 1 during the last sol, which I'm not entirely sure why, because you're waiting for more metal to be delivered. Yeah, I think this 125 metal is kind of a lie. For example, there's 20 metal here, which we can't get. Now, even if it was within range of a drone hub, well, maybe. You know what? Let's bring the RC vehicle over here. I think your little drones can actually reach over this stuff, so that might be okay. I might have to put some sort of storage over here. Let's just put a random universal storage depot, like right here. And see, I'm actually surprised, maybe because it's not a real storage, that the little flyers aren't dealing with it. You can see this one over here hasn't been grabbed either. Yeah, that's what's going on here. That is definitely what's going on. Well, transport doing things, and this one's moving way over here. These are not rocks that we can do anything with. How you coming along? Getting there. Well, we got to put a cut in here, but before we do, I want to confirm. I guess I could have stopped here, because this is within range of that. Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. It's all... So we actually basically have no metal. I mean, we're getting some now, but we were basically setting at no metal. And I didn't realize it, because it looked like we still had plenty. I mean, we have some metal production still, which is over here, but even that's probably about to run out soon. Okay, so we'll put the cut in here. We know we can collect that, and I think our little bots can probably get that as well. So that's going to be very, very, very helpful. And yeah, if I can get... I don't know if I can. I think I'll have to force you. You're commanded by the rover. Just manually grabbing some of the drones that are connected to one of these drone hubs and assigning it to the rover. So this rover has 8. Doesn't always need it, but it is actually kind of handy right now, I think, for it to have its full max load of 8 as I go and do some of this work here. It's going to be helpful. All right, thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you guys next time.